Hey, what's up, everybody? We're going to do a fight analysis on one of my favorite fighters of all time, Anderson Silva. It's going to be his fight against Forrest Griffin. It happened in August of 2009. There's a couple things I want to talk about ahead of time so we can look for, and so I'm not like flooding the live action with my commentary. Silva utilizes a couple different things that I really like in this. The number one thing that I preach in striking is vision. You have to see what you're going to hit. We'll hear the expression, you can't hit what you're going to see. And we're usually thinking about that from a defensive perspective, but it works the same on offense. So like if you're looking at the ground or your eyes are closed, you're not going to hit anything. If you're looking at someone's feet, you're not going to hit them in the head. That's what I'm trying to say. And it happens way more often than we realize when we're going live. So in the beginning, Anderson Silva and it's not just in this fight, in a bunch of fights, he will intently look down. And what he's doing there, in my opinion, is he's creating a nonverbal communication. 90% of communication in our life is nonverbal, things like body language. When he's looking down, it is communicating that it is safe for Forrest to come in. Because over the years of training, we will begin to recognize subconsciously that when they're looking certain areas, you can usually step in and hit them. The only issue with this with Silva is he's doing it on purpose. So as soon as you're within range, his eyes come up and he's striking. There's one cool move where he charges in and he gets Forrest turning to cut an angle, like Forrest backs up and he tries to cut an angle. Anderson Silva takes one step, which would be switches his stance, and it completely ruins the angle cut and causes Forrest to run into a hook. I love that switching stances. I don't feel like fighters should be committed to one stance. We're only using 50% of our ability if we do that. A couple other things I want to talk about on this. You'll notice that these strikes from Anderson Silva, he's not throwing as hard as he can, and he drops Forrest multiple times. That's because proper striking and the most effective striking is using the right technique and having good precision and accuracy. It's not having huge arms. It's not being able to bench press or curl 500 pounds. That's not how you become a good striker or an effective striker. And this is a great display of it. All right, those are a couple things we're looking at. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. If you would like to watch this video or get a better view of it, put it in slow-mo, something like that, you can pull this up on YouTube for free. It is titled, Anderson Silva Secures Highlight-Worthy KO Win Over Forrest Griffin. And it's on UFC's channel. All right, here we go. So here at the beginning, Forrest is looking at Anderson's face like he should, his chin. Silva's kind of moving from the stomach back to Forrest's face. And then after about this first 10 seconds, Anderson Silva starts looking down to try to get Forrest to come in. Caught a kick there. Still just kind of getting a feel for the range, both fighters are. As Silva's getting the vibe, this is the charge I'm talking about. Stance switch, lands the hook. We're going to replay that segment for 1 second real quick. Watch how Silva, and when Silva's coming in, he's switching his stances the entire time. That's very effective. This fast energy of Silva bouncing and moving his shoulders is another form of nonverbal communication. It can create adrenaline. It makes you think a bunch of things are about to happen. In short, it's taking energy from your opponent mentally that we don't realize. Something I like about Silva too, he gets too close, he'll pull a clinch real quick. And after pulling a clinch, he has an option of striking it or just using it to disrupt vision and letting go. Look at those slips and that clean cross. It was just a poke on the button, man. Wasn't a bunch of power. He's down. And he lets him back up. It's kind of chaotic how just a moment ago you're being taunted and now he's offering you his hand to help you up. They're in range right now. Like Silva has there, he slaps him. Silva's utilizing the lean a lot. Look at that. And it's over. We're going to watch it one more time before I start it, though. What I'm saying with when he utilizes the lean a lot, so I believe Silva knocked Forrest down 3 times. After the second time, when they get up and Silva offers his hands to help him up. Silva stays in range the whole time. Like as soon as he's up, they're in range. All Silva utilizes in this range is his lean. And so like there's 3 parts of the lean. There's the lean forward, you're straight up, and then you're back. Silva can land at all 3 points of the lean, but it's not going to feel like that to Forrest. Forrest isn't utilizing the lean as well. He's not doing bad with his, but Forrest will lean in to get within range, and Silva's lean back and already in range. So it's a bad spot for Forrest. If Forrest was where he would land standing straight up and the lean in would occupy Silva's lean back, he would be in a good spot. But Silva just beats him with the range and understanding it. All right, so one more time, let's run it. So Silva utilizes his own nonverbal communication a lot at the beginning by where he's putting his eyes, where he's making Forrest think that he's looking. A lot of the times, another way, looking down will make people think you're going to shoot a takedown. The charge in, he switched stance right into the hook. Might have wobbled him, so he kept some pressure on him. Forrest says something there. So Silva, I think, realizes, all right, he's not rocked. I like how, I'm going to stop that in that one. I mentioned earlier, sometimes when they're they get in range, and Anderson will throw a strike, and I think a lot of times he gets too close, like chasing someone down, and all of a sudden they hit the cage, and then you're a step closer than you actually wanted to be. He pulls a clinch a lot. And something I'll do a lot with striking, say I throw a jab and they slip it, I backhand them. I don't retract it because I'm watching them slip it as it's throwing, and I just shift the punch. He does the opposite here in this exchange. He throws the punch, and I think it kind of grazes and lands, but then he grabs the back of the head and pulls a clinch. Now imagine if you throw the punch, they move this way, and you grab the back of the head, and you do that. You've just bought about a second where they can't hit you because their vision is disrupted. Let's play. Right there. That left hook. Let's just keep rolling. Forrest slipped a nice hook there. You can tell he's going for that clinch there in those 2 exchanges. Like once he got that one, he tried it again. He's getting where he stays. Silva's where he knows he's in range now. Like right now, he knows he's within range and Forrest doesn't have the range figured out. And there's not a lot of swinging as hard as he can. It's just precision and accuracy. Silva offering to help him up. Imagine the chaos in your mind. One minute he's taunting you, the next minute he's offering you a hand up. He slaps him right there. This is what I'm talking about, that lean. Forrest is trying to lean in to strike, and Silva's able to lean back, slip it, and still strike right there. Just finishes it like that. Silva's a good sport. You don't jump on him, throw a bunch of extra punches. A little airplane mode. Then when Forrest does get up, he immediately leaves the cage. He's embarrassed and he doesn't want to be out there in front of all those people. So he immediately leaves. Dana had to go get him and tell him he's going to be fired if he's not in there when to have the decision announced. Yeah, we're going to stop the breakdown here. We'll let it see a little bit of the slow-mo. This is the finish. Look at that. Just right on the button. Nothing crazy, nothing super powerful, right on the button. All right, we're going to stop it there. I like doing these analysis. I'm going to play this one back, see how it looks, see if it makes it on YouTube. This is Concepts with Kimbler. Big time players make big time plays. We do big things every round. Be sure to like and subscribe. Drop a comment if you have a question or if you saw something I didn't see. I love talking about fighting. All right, y'all have a good one. Thank you.